So a recent survey says Nigeria is the sixth most miserable country in the world. What do you think about it?
Do you know the meaning of miserable? That's the country I'm living in and you say it's most miserable? I don't think so. Nigeria is not the most miserable. We are the best country in the world. Thank you.
Of course, because we are depressed in this country. No good road, no good lights, water.
One that is poverty. What else?
No way. Nigeria can never be the most useless country or whatever you call it in the world.
A recent report says Nigeria is ranked sixth most miserable country in the world. Venezuela takes number one on that list anyways. And of course, we decided to hit the streets to ask Nigerians if they truly believe in this survey or in this report. My name is Damla Rokwala and you're watching Street Gist on Legi.ng TV.
To some extent, yes, and partly no. It depends on what they mean.
So can you explain yourself? What do you?
Yeah, when we talk about in terms of poverty, it's terrible. Things are getting very hard with people. Things are not really working in this country economically. Our medical facilities are next to nothing. Our education system collapsed, and so even security, you can see the state of security in the country. It's nothing to write home about. Nigerians are not free even in their own country. At times, those who are supposed to produce security for people, sometimes you are not even sure of who they are. You've been hearing of security operatives killing innocent citizens. All those things are something the authorities should do something about.
On the flip side?
It's in Nigeria that sometimes a Nigerian naturally condoles something. He can bear, the level at which a Nigerian can bear something, you hardly find out in the country. A Nigerian can fight his brother or his sister today, and tomorrow you see them together. That is the only thing. But in terms of poverty, like I said, and security, is terrible. And I feel the government is not doing enough. Look at power supply too.
To an extent, as you can see now, there is nothing government want to produce for Nigeria. You are the one that will provide your own road, you provide your own electricity, you provide your own water. And with all this, you are still hearing kidnappers, extrajudicial killing, and many things. So with all those things, if we are to rate Nigeria, it's one of the most miserable countries. And of recent, we were told that Nigeria is the poorest country as well. If you can check the per capita incomes of Nigerians, it's very low. Even Nigerian currency compared to dollar is also low. So when you are earning 15,000 per day, if you compare it with dollar, it's nothing to write home about.
Everything is low.
So everything is low. So it's not easy, and we heard now that they want to increase fat. So making things more difficult for the people. It's like our leaders, they don't have direction. So to an extent, I can agree with them.
We ought to even be at the summit from below.
Why?
All the indices are there for everyone to see.
I list some of them. I list some of them.
Gross unemployment, corruption everywhere, youth restiveness, and the likes of them all. It's there to see. Building collapsing by the day, by the hour. And since nobody seems to be doing anything about all the ills and the malaise we are unfortunately facing in the country.
So it feels like Nigeria is one of the worst countries in the world.
As I said,
terrible.
I'm not saying we are that terrible. There are other countries that are worse off. We will still be grateful to God. We are not saddled with natural disasters like should I say hurricane, earthquake, and the likes of them all. So we are not that miserable, but our misery is self-inflicted. As I said, we have had inexperienced people, or I wouldn't say inexperienced, I would say greedy and corrupt leaders mismanaging our resources.
I pray we should leave that number and go to 1.
One.
Yes.
As the most miserable country.
Oh, sorry, you mean that we are number 6?
Yes, and the most.
That is terrible. I pray I pray to God that Nigeria should change.
Well, how can we change? How can we become least?
We start ourselves, we start our mind, we start our mind. We start ourselves, start our mind, and we change to good life. We have many bad characters that have been imposed on us, but we have to change to a good new life.
What are some of these bad characters? What are some of them?
Yeah?
What are some of these bad characters?
Corruption is one. Just name it many. We have many, but corruption is part of it. That is the major thing in Nigeria. If that one can be cured, at least we are going to the next good level.
Yes, I can definitely agree.
You definitely agree.
Yes.
Why do you agree?
Well, there's extreme poverty in the land.
That's the only reason for you to.
When there is poverty, what else? Can you say they rank them in terms of hunger?
Well, of course, because we are depressed in this country. No good road, no good lights, water, and every other thing. So the government are not helping the masses. So that's why we are backward in the country.
So that's why we should be number 6 on that.
Of course, because we are not functioning and we are not really happy in the situation of this country. People are not happy. Why the government keep us telling us lies, and you know that's the reason why the country, everybody has to lie and do one or two things.
I don't agree. Never. Because if you are saying you miserable, but you are a Nigerian, so can you say it?
But it doesn't mean that every Nigerian is miserable. Maybe most of us.
That's why they say the word you use now. You say, is it most or all Nigerians that you said?
Nigeria is the 6th most miserable country.
We can never be. We can never.
Yes, I agree. No, I don't. Partly yes, partly no. And Nigerians are probably not even sure what to think of, what to believe any longer, because quite a number of people here are saying, no, our country is not as miserable as people are painting it out there. So we're still asking you out there, do you still think or do you believe that this report about Nigeria is true, that we are the 6th most miserable country in the world? Big shout out to Emmanuel, sorry, the man behind the camera, and of course everyone out there for joining on this episode of Street G's. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube page, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. Have a great day ahead. Cheers.